you really think this can go somewhere, continue to see who he is, continue to enjoy the relationship, and trust me, if he's doing something shady, it will manifest itself.
Any kind of hair on your legs as a woman, it makes me feel like I'm laying next to a dude.
I'm not looking for your money. I'm looking for your thoughtfulness. I'm looking for you to be a helpmate.
What the church won't say.
Welcome to What the Church Won't Say,
where we have difficult conversations at the foot of the cross.
And welcome to another episode of Pillow Talk,
Yeah.
where we have the luxury of answering you guys' relationship questions. So let's get right to it. Our first question is from one of our anonymous viewers who says, my boyfriend of 6 months insisted we celebrate Valentine's Day the weekend before, which we did. When I called him on Valentine's Day, he told me he decided to work some overtime. I need some advice. Is he cheating?
Whoa.
Wow.
You jumped into, is he cheating?
Is he? That's mostly what women want to know. Is he cheating? Do this mean he's cheating?
I don't think so. I mean, like he probably forgot. I mean, it doesn't say
On Valentine's Day?
I mean, it's just like, it doesn't say how long they've been dating, but if they have come to that situation of just monotonous relationship, maybe, he forgot and said, you know what, I mean, I got to get this bread and then I'm going to make it up to her. But I wouldn't just jump to the conclusion, like, is he cheating? Like, no.
I got you. So I'll say this. It's a matter of a lot of things, but I never use one isolated incident unless it's obvious to say that somebody's cheating.
Yes.
If you're asking this question, I would say it's probably because y'all have some history and maybe he did some things that was questionable. However, I would not utilize this one isolated incident to say he's cheating, but I would do is ask him.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would ask him, why didn't you tell me you had to work overtime on Valentine's Day until the day of when I called? That's a simple question, and maybe you can gauge his response, based off, if he's cheating or not, based off how you respond, What you guys think?
I agree. If he comes up with, something like, man, that's just really far-fetched, I wouldn't base it off this one incident. Base it off multiple, right?
And it's character.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
right.
character. Like, people show you who they are, and you don't have to catch them in bed with somebody. If you have a man that's always lying to you, don't keep his word, he's always late and don't tell you, he's not courteous, then we already got character issues, and this right here alone is confirmation.
Yes.
However, if he's a man to keep his word, he's a man to do he is where he goes where he said he's going to be, then this is just an isolated incident, and maybe he did forget, like my man said.
And
you should know his work schedule. If he works a lot, if this is common, right? Or if it's uncommon, if he doesn't answer your text messages, in a timely manner, not answering his phone all the time. I think you should lean on those clues rather than just this one incident, but a totality of everything.
Absolutely.
If I could add one more thing, you said this one incident, like if that sounds like you guys might have something going on in the relationship. Well, I want to say maybe she has some baggage, that she has not dealt with.
That's true.
Like, maybe she is carrying some history that might have happened on past relationships, and
projecting it into this one.
Projection. So something to consider as well.
Absolutely. If you are a woman that has been cheated on a lot, that you have to consider is that
I'm probably tripping.
Am I looking from that lens?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good wisdom.
Good
there.
stuff.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next question, gentlemen. It is another anonymous viewer that says, my husband told me this is my year to buy a fur coat. I've been asking for a fur coat for years. This past Christmas, he surprised me with the fur coat. The third time I wore the coat, a piece of it came off.
Okay.
I took the fur coat to get the coat repaired. I'm sorry. I took the fur coat to a fur coat store to be repaired. Mm-hmm. They told me it's not a real fur.
Oh.
Should I bring this up with my husband? And if so, how? How do I tell my my husband you bought a coyote? This
coat is made out of squirrel. This is squirrel fur.
What's the price of possum?
Right. How many squirrels were killed to make this entire coat?
This is a very interesting question. I mean, it doesn't say how long they've been married,
And then
right?
he said,
But-
"This is your year, baby." Yes, for a squirrel
I
coat.
got you. This man's out in the back alley, man, killing stray dogs. This
Yes.
is crazy.
I mean, but he could not have known. On a general scale, how much do men truly know about fashion?
Now, fashion is one thing, but if you get somebody's fur coat at the swap meet, it's different than going to
Yeah.
a legitimate store. You know what I
You
mean?
wouldn't go to a swap meet?
Nah, not for fur. The swap meet has its place. It's not fur.
Yes, of course.
Sometimes
know what
you
I
can
mean?
find legit
Or
stuff. at-
somebody's panel van in an alley. Hey, man, psst, psst, I got no furs,
well,
Joe.
no, that's bogus. No, you're bogus.
That's the swap meet.
No, that's some dude.
That's the swap
That's some
meet.
dude in the back of Food for Less, and you're meeting him up. You know. But like going to Jewtown,
I
don't. Okay.
Not for
I
a
get-
fur. You
I
got to
don't-
know
I don't
where.
disagree with you,
Yeah,
but-
not for a fur. You know what I mean?
that's something that you have to go to a specialty store.
Okay,
I mean,
so you're
and
saying
if-
going to a specialty store, you wouldn't make that mistake. There's no way.
No,
It's a lot less chances of making that
Yes.
mistake. Anything's possible,
There's
but
a chance you could.
it's a smaller
Okay,
chance
so-
because they have a reputation
Yes.
to
Right.
maintain.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So they can't be charging you $10,000.
Correct.
Like we said, for like a wild dog. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
So this situation is fixable. Like very simple.
Like the coat.
Just
Unlike the coach.
just tell, no, because look, check it out. Like she's gonna kill two birds with one stone.
Okay.
She's gonna be like, hey, this thing, I took it to the store. They told me it's not legit. Okay. If the husband thought that he bought a legit fur coat, then he'd be like, oh, wait a minute. I
gonna
mean,
have a problem.
I paid some good money for that. Let me take that back to this store and tell him like, hey, you know what I'm saying? So now she's gonna see that, she's gonna validate that he actually purchased that coat that, he promised her. So that's a good thing. And he, is gonna be able to get that fixed or get his money back and then go get an actual coat.
This man just spewed some wisdom on the mic. And I say that because I agree. If there's a little indignation, if he's a little upset, what? Then you know it's legitimate. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But if he's kind of like, man, you know what? Let me call them and see what happens. Then you know he got it out the back of a meat truck.
Yes.
You know? So,
That's good.
yeah. I like it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not going to touch that.
Nope.
I think Cass gave us solid wisdom. We're going to move on. All right. We're going on to our next anonymous viewer. And the person says, I've been with my girl for a year and a half. I paid for all the dates and picked up the bill every time we went out. She has not even offered to pay one bill. Ooh. Is that a red flag?
I think it is, and I think that it's a attitude of the heart.
Yes.
Okay.
And so I'm not looking to freeload off any woman.
Are you sure?
Not at all.
Good.
I'm my own man. I have my own money.
I like
Proud
that.
of you.
Thank you. You've come a long way.
I see that.
Yeah. Come a long way from them unemployment lines.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
But
And food stamps,
and food stamps, WIC.
prostituting yourself.
That's another.
I'm sorry. I didn't
That's
mean
another
that.
episode.
It is. We'll
Yeah.
talk about it. Go ahead, though, brother.
Yeah. But the attitude of the heart. Like if you see that I'm paying for everything, the entire date night, and you don't offer anything, like I guess it's traditional, right, for us to pay for everything.
course.
But if a woman just says, you know what, I'll grab the movie ticket since you got dinner, and I'll probably say no, but it speaks volumes to me.
Of course.
Just the attitude of the heart.
Yes.
You're going to say no.
I'm gonna say, yeah, sure, go ahead, pay for it, but I'm not gonna turn it down.
Get outta
But
here.
I'm saying it says a lot to me.
All right.
I agree.
Like a year and a half, and you haven't offered anything.
So let me say this, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if it's a red flag. I think this is a conversation that needs to be had because I think some women have been under certain tutelage. And you never know if this woman, for example, had a father that was a very extreme, great provider, and a mom never even reached for their purse, and they're mimicking that.
That
get
is
it.
true.
You know, so
I
I'm
get
not.
it,
So I'm not gonna say it's a red flag, but obviously this is bothering you, brother. So I would say you need to have a conversation
talk to her.
and let her know that you're looking for some type of contribution.
Mm.
It appears you are a provider, and you've been doing this for a year and a half, but obviously it's bothering you to the point you want to know she's going to kick back and invest in what you guys have,
or at least be willing. I would say run for the hills, brother. Just
run for it, huh?
Yeah, get rid of her and run. I would say nip it in the bud.
Let me say this though, bro. In the light of what you're saying, you know this because we talk about this. It appears he ain't mentioned nothing else. It seems like they're having a good relationship outside of this financial issue. He run for the hills and find himself in a worse situation because it ain't a lot of pickings out there.
Yeah.
Or you can have a conversation.
Just talk to her.
A simple conversation that may rectify whatever the problem is. Like
Also, you can figure out more stuff when you bring that topic up,
because she's going to
That's a
be
good point.
angry, and then that'll really confirm everything you feel.
Yeah, you're gonna see her reaction.
Yeah.
You're gonna see how she reacts, and then that's gonna tell you other things that might be hiding behind that. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I would say, talk to her, see what's what. You know, express to her like that. Hey, I'm not looking for your money.
Yeah.
I'm looking for your thoughtfulness. I'm looking for you to be a helpmate to me.
Good advice. I had to interrupt this video to share something that's breaking my heart. Guess what it is? 75% of the people that watch this channel are not subscribed. You're basically saying we're your side chick. Well, let's change that today. Go ahead and hit subscribe and make us your main. And while you're at it, turn on your bell notification so you never miss when we call. And you're already flirting with the channel, so let's smash that like button. Hey, I appreciate it. Now let's get back to it. We're gonna move on to the next question. Another one of our anonymous viewers asks or says, I've been with my girl for almost a year. I feel everything about her but one thing. She refused to shave her legs.
How did I know this was coming?
When I brought what you a prophet of legs?
I don't a shaving prophet.
Okay. A shameful prophet. Finish the question. When I brought it up to her, she became agitated and told me she never shaved her legs and never will. I find hairy legs to be a bit disgusting, but I don't want to be petty. What do you think? So they asking us about these shaved legs, man. Like, is this a deal breaker?
I don't think it's a deal breaker. Although it's like,
how long is the hair though?
I mean, obviously, it's any kind of hair on your legs as a woman. It makes me feel like I'm laying next to a dude.
Gotcha.
So that's never cool, right?
Well, no, it's not.
Yeah.
No one wants to sleep with Teen Wolf.
No, not at all. So any kind of length is I think is unacceptable.
Yeah.
Any type of length is unacceptable?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless she's just having a bad week, she's lazy, I get it.
This is a preference thing. But what do you think about this?
I don't like hair in a woman.
We all in the same boat.
I really don't. Like,
I like my women hairless.
No, for real. Like, I want you to be, well groomed, like, everywhere. And yeah, man, I would find that very uncomfortable.
Is it a deal breaker, gentlemen?
It's not a deal breaker. I think conversation.
Okay.
Right? And I think this is the key to all relationships.
So you okay cuddling with a poodle?
I'm okay. I'm not going to cuddle with no poodle.
That's essentially what it's going to feel like.
It's not a deal breaker. Okay. If she refuses to shave her legs, what do we do? Like, you have a conversation with her.
Yes.
But if this is not a deal breaker. If she never shaves her legs, you good. That's what I'm getting to. That's what I say. Is it a deal breaker?
Man, that's just tough, because thank God, I've never been with a woman that is hairy like that. I've been with women that like to keep up with their hair, I guess. And so I've never had to deal with that. Like, I would find that very strange. I don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say either.
I would pet her.
So you would keep her. And just
make her uncomfortable.
Okay. You know what?
That's genius.
Whoever you are, Mr. You take that advice. This man has given you gold.
Yes.
That is gold.
Hey, I get one idea per year.
Make her feel uncomfortable about it.
I get one great idea a year.
If I'm uncomfortable,
see you in 2024.
You're going to be uncomfortable too.
But let me say this though. Honestly, all jokes aside, I think if it's something that's disgusting to me, like he indicated, and she's not willing to even consider me, consider my feelings, I think for me it is a deal breaker because of her heart. Because we're gonna have bigger issues outside of some hairy legs, and if you can't bend on the legs
on account of me, right,
and then I mean, what else are we gonna be arguing or bumping heads over down the road that you're gonna put, stand flat-footed about? That's illegitimate, So
I agree.
In my opinion, I think this is definitely something you let her know. And I ain't gonna say an ultimatum, but I would just let her know this is something that is really bothering me. It's really unattractive, and I'm willing to asking you to do this. And if she say no to me, I think that may be something I may have to start walking away from. Next question.
You're gonna have to edit that out.
I've been a guy for a couple of months. What? I've been with a guy. I'm sorry. I went to public school.
Was that a woman that transitioned to
We're attracting different audience. I like it. We're growing.
We're flexible. Right. I've been with a guy for a couple of months. He left me in his house while he went to work. I took a look around and found some women's clothes in the closet. Should I confront him or keep it to myself?
Couple months.
Left alone. That's weird. But
he trusts her.
In a couple of months, alone in the crib.
I mean, he has he just trusts people.
Oh, it is what it is. But that's not the question. The question is, should she confront him?
I think if you confront him, you're gonna look very bad because in a couple of months, you have taken the liberty to go through his stuff. That's not a good look on you. Honestly, now you are caught in a situation where it's a difficult situation because now you're wondering, is he cheating on me? Is he a cross-dresser? What's going on here? But if you bring it up, I think you're gonna put a dent into the relationship since it's so in so early stages, because you were looking through his stuff. I don't think that at 2 months that's something you should be doing anyway.
Fellas, we have a snooper.
Right. I think the first opportunity he gave you, in that trust, you ruined it. And so even no matter how wrong he is, you're going to be nothing you say.
It's going to make sense.
It's going to make sense because you're in the wrong.
Yeah. Even if he's cross-dressing, it doesn't even
whatever
matter.
he's doing with these clothes, or who he's taking them off of or putting them on. You're in the wrong.
Yeah.
So I would say find a better way to, maybe find these things or bring them up, because you're just not gonna ever be on the right side of the fence if you bring it up this way, and you ruined his trust. Within the first opportunity he gave you, ruined it.
Yeah. Maybe if continue the relationship, wait till you're 6-8 months in, and then bring it up. That's another.
I wouldn't bring it up at all. My thing is this, though.
Yeah.
Well, I think people jump to the conclusion that the first opportunity they have to pounce on someone. Trust me, whatever person is, you're going to get several opportunities to address it.
Yeah.
Because you can't hide what you are.
Of course.
Water rises to its own level.
I agree.
I agree. A swamp will be a swamp, a pool going to be a pool, a lake will be a lake, and an ocean will be an ocean. Just continue. If you really think this can go somewhere, continue to see who he is. Continue to enjoy the relationship, and trust me, if he's doing something shady, it will manifest itself. Yes, I think it's premature for you to confront him, like both of these gentlemen said. It's way too premature to have, and after that to have expect a healthy relationship. That's not going to happen. All right, good people. Well, that's all the questions we have for this episode of Pillow Talk. Go ahead, crush that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share this video. As always, when you tune in, we're going to be here to say
what the church won't say.
Till next time.
Peace.